Oh, Jesus. Definitely hungover today, guys. All right, here we go, guys. What's going on? Buff Metal back with another video. Today, re-watching that documentary, that one-man black metal documentary from back in the day. I just want to play a couple of scenes and talk about them because this, I mean, everyone has an opinion on this, and I know some of the people involved in making it, I think, from what I understand, was embarrassed about it and hated it. But to me, this is what black metal and a large part of what metal is all about in general. So I want to go back through this thing and watch a few scenes with you guys and just discuss the genius that is this one-man black metal documentary. We got my positive metal attitude cup going here, sipping on black Java, about to listen to some black metal. And yeah, all right, let's get it going, guys. Let's see what we're working with here. So opening scene is great. Check this out. I hope you can hear this all right. We're just going to observe. So sick. Look at him in his room by himself. This is Rest from Leviathan, Jeff Whitehead. Look at this. So sick, man. Total. He's the real deal, man.
Metal that are deemed silly or like melodramatic. But there's a certain honesty in that, you know?
Listen to this.
There's a certain honesty in the fucking picked on loner fucking screaming his head off and playing powerful guitar, you know what I mean? So, I'm not saying that everybody's a picked on loner that makes metal, but some of the things that appeal to me about it, so.
See, all right, for me, growing up, that scene right there, when I had first seen that, I was like, it hit, again, I'm not a picked on loner dude by any stretch in life, but that almost like isolated feeling you get just from that intro clip of him talking about what is kind of special about this genre of music, how it's like, you know, some people think it's almost, does he say almost like silly or something like that? And like, yeah, I kind of get where he's coming from, but it's also very honest and real feeling, and that's kind of how I feel about these guys. So, yeah, like you'd be denying something if you didn't say there was anything corny about it. If you, oh, it's just totally badass. And that's kind of what I love about Jeff's take and all of these clips that he's in, basically, is he's very real about all of it. So, yeah, let's keep watching some more scenes. This is just the intro to Streborg, and let's go to Jeff's house.
I had a hard time finding you. Everybody I tried to, you know, when I was trying to track you down, everybody was like, you'll never find him. You'll never find Jeff Whitehead. He's falling
intense looking dude, this guy.
Well, because I don't own a computer, so I don't answer my emails. I never look at them. I don't have time for that, and I'm not into sharing.
Look at this setup, dude.
Forced Jeff into an almost solitary existence.
So sick, man.
First drums and
then
guitar. At an early age,
he is a nasty drummer. And I do want to say, like, just artistically, we'll mute it here for a second, let it play. Like, these shots and everything are incredible. I love the way this looks. Look at these. They're getting his, you know, the guy from Leviathan, he's actually a tattoo artist as well, so you get some of that here. Then he goes through some old band photos and stuff that he has, and look at the skateboards and sig butts, dude. It's just so, like, classic.
I wish we're fucking more punishing. I wish we're more crushing.
So sick, dude, where he's just like, yeah, I wish everything we played was harder, but nobody wanted to play the hard shit. Yeah, so very sick. Streborg is cool. I like it, but it's not, his chapter isn't really my favorite in here, but I do like some of his takes. So here we go. Russell from Streborg.
Are aware of who you are and what you do?
No, not at all. Nobody knows about that at all.
What do you think their reactions would be if they knew who you are and what you do?
I don't think it'd be a very good thing at all.
See, here's a funny thing. I think about this sometimes, you know, where it's like, how many people can relate with that? You know, Russell here saying, like, if people really knew what I was into and what I do, like, they wouldn't like it. They wouldn't be able to jive with it at all. And to some extent, like, I can kind of, that resonates with me, because I'm like, if people understood, you know what I mean, they might, or thought they understood a lot of this black metal stuff and just were to look at it surface level, yeah, I feel like they just wouldn't get it. You know, he's from a completely different place, Tasmania or something, you know, but still, regardless, I feel like that quote holds up.
If people were to Google up Struborg or black metal, the negative shit comes to you on the screen, all the bad stuff about it. So the
Like, how much bad stuff could there be, though? And then here we go, my man, Xasthur. This is the trippiest part of the documentary is his.
This is
Necro Hermit.
drum set I bought a few years ago.
This guy might be one of the most interesting characters in black metal.
Contrary to popular belief.
Almost 24 releases.
And it's also amazing that someone like this would put out this much music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no idea how they do it. And look, it's pretty crazy to see him on Decidal magazine and stuff like that. Like, he actually did make more of an impact than I think people give him credit for, And although this shit's corny now, back in the day, this shit, in my opinion, was freaky, Look, in such a sweet setup, dude. These guys get the simplest setup. And if you see in his studio, you'll see his bed just sitting in there as well. I think they'll show a shot of it. But it's extremely cool. And I'm like, man, this guy really just lives this shit. And here's him talking about how he had to have this bass, even though he was going to stop putting money into music because music doesn't give you enough back, which to some extent I can also kind of relate with, man. Sometimes it's a lot to pour hours and hours and hours into music and then just nobody cares. But honestly, I'm unperturbed by that these days because that's just the standard. Nobody gives a fuck. So I definitely relate with him here.
Of doing it, writing it, and recording it. That's when it doesn't matter who listens to it and who doesn't.
Yeah, see, and that I agree with too. Like, when you're in the process and the flow state of doing it, who gives a fuck who's gonna listen or not listen? Like, dude, see, there are so many nuggets in this. People sleep on that, but that's such a great way to take it, because I think making music, a lot of it is the art of presence, right? I really do think that there's something magic about it where it goes beyond yourself, as you're in there creating. I feel like, for me at least, it's almost like there's just a spirit that takes over, and you're just kind of in trance-like as you make it, and whatever comes out of it, who gives a fuck? It's more about the meditation of it or something. And as silly as that sounds, I understand I sound like a cornball, but I stand by that.
It doesn't matter how much money I have or how much I do or don't have. Those things don't.
Look at how
don't
honest.
Matter to me at all when I'm literally doing it.
This is such an honest documentary. I don't know why people think this is corny.
Just people pleasers, and I'd rather take the risk of trying new things. Whether it's a different kind of sound from a different place that most metal people aren't always familiar with, or whether it's trying, I'll play any instrument I can get my hands on. I don't even care if I can play it or not. I'll figure out how to play it.
See, I feel the same way about that too, and that's always been my take, is like, when it comes to making music and stuff, who cares about, you can just keep an open mind and go into flow state, and you will figure out how to make it.
That's what I am concerned most with,
See him talking about basically offing people, or telling people to. You definitely get some dark tidbits in this documentary as well that are a bit shocking. But you do in any kind of one of these extreme underground, things. Think about Until the Light Takes Us. Such a sick tattoo, but. Yeah, this guy is awesome, man. Look at how cool this looks. There's nothing that looks quite like this documentary, Here's him talking about, tattooing. Let's see.
Jeff spent the late 80s homeless, living on people's couches, all the while making a name for himself as a skater.
So sick, man.
Bunch of skate magazines.
If you were into skateboarding at any point in life, you'll know about Thunder Trucks and some of this stuff, and he played a huge role in that as well. It's so sick that he, this guy had such a influence over so many different areas: black metal, skateboarding, tattooing. I mean, does it get cooler than that? Not really. So here's another scene I love. Let's go back to Streborg, where it just shows him making shit in this place. And look at how eerie. Look at how good this is, man. Look at that CD collection behind him, dude. You can tell this guy really, really loves music. You know? See, I love this weirdo shit, man. It's just got one pedal, bouncing it between two amps.
Like, we're all into extreme metal, but it was like Black Death, Doom. We couldn't decide what we wanted to play. I wanted to play
That's
fast
interesting.
because it was all new to me.
How many bands have you tried to start or something like that where you can't get a genre down? I run into that so many times.
Like
So it's just
it was just a real mishmash.
yeah.
And it was probably because of those kind of bands and that kind of beginning that made me realise, going solo is definitely the more desirable way to go. So,
And see, that's what I ran into as well. Like, how do you become... Yeah, everyone likes shitting on the one-man black metal projects nowadays, but it's like, how many bands have you tried to start or be in, and it's just like, people don't... They can't see the vision, they don't get what you are trying to do, or like, whatever it is, man. Like, I just got fucking tired of it, man. I got tired of it. So, there we go. Sodom, Soldier of Fortune. Always linked below. Go check it out. But, point is like... I don't know, like, I totally agree and relate with this, because I just, as I've gotten older, man, I have no desire to be in a band, I just don't. I'd rather just do one-man weirdo shit like these guys do.
Then I started teaching.
And ever since, not for nothing, man, ever since I saw this documentary, I think that's the thing that blew my mind the most, was that I realized, shit, these guys just do it all on their own, you know what I mean? There is no need for you to have to... go out and get a band. It blew my mind. So I'm very, very thankful for this. It opened up a lot for me.
I was able to create more emotional and depressive music.
Oh, he's talking about quitting LSD and weed, and that helped him focus more on making intense music. And yeah, dude, I think a lot of people, I think it's a misconception to say that substances help you make anything. To be honest with you, I only ever find that it hinders. I feel like it gets in the way of me being able to do or say what I get too heady when I'm stoned or whatever, so I try not to be, but so I can kind of relate with this as well.
I'll go that way.
Not to say I never do. I still, get ripped and play guitar sometimes. It's still a good time, but let's see what Xasthur's got going
Here,
on.
and that's what you do.
Yeah.
And this was the way that you dealt with life, is to just stay in, stay alone, record, create.
Yeah, for a long time, I had nothing else. That's all I had. I mean, it's all I could count on. It's the only way that I was able to count on myself.
Yeah,
too,
see,
so.
Another thing you can relate, I can relate with so hard here. Making music, I do view as a way of can I count on myself to do that? You know what I'm saying? I feel worse if I'm not creating something. I just do, man. If I'm not making videos or music and stuff like that, it doesn't feel good to me. So I love this take by Scott here, where he's basically it's the only way I can show that I can count on myself is to make art, and dude, coming from a guy like him, who is clearly, you can't really see it, but he's chopped up, dude, he's clearly not mentally well all the time, but to know that he has an outlet, how powerful is that? It's incredible, really, and that he made all these albums on his own and stuff. I'm like, man, that's just that's the most metal thing I've ever heard.
Were you working with other people, or did you always just work by yourself?
I used to work with other people, but back then, nobody wanted to play black metal, and if you explain it to them, they just, nobody wanted to play any kind of music like that, and so the people I would find were people that were not really into it, and I agree.
See, and again, this is another thing I run into. I feel like we can all relate with this too, where it's holy shit, man. Yeah, people really make it impossible, I think, to play this kind of stuff, because nobody cares about it the way I think true metalheads do, Let's fast forward a bit here. I love this scene with him playing guitar.
Another problem too is I do a lot of songs, so I don't really remember how to play half the shit I write.
I'm in the same boat. I write so many songs and stuff that I honestly forget how to play it, and I really have no desire to play live again, so. So sick, dude. I mean, this documentary is so well
What appeals to
done.
you about coming here?
It's close to absolute quiet, and it's as dark as outdoors can get. It's depressing in a way, you know, like at night.
He's like Edgar Allan Poe or
I
some
don't know,
shit.
it's like, I don't know what makes it more depressing, the people or the emptiness of it. I'm not,
Such a great take there. I don't know what makes it more depressing, the people or the emptiness. It's just so like, dude, you're truly on point here.
So, I mean, do you just not like people? So,
Here's one of my favorite
I just
lines.
never understood people. I don't think they really ever understood me, and I don't have anything in common with very few people at least. I don't really see any
Check this
worth in a lot of people. I find human beings most of the time to be really arrogant with nothing to be arrogant about.
100%.
In the back of my mind, I'm always trying to think of ways to knock them off their high horse if I could, you know. At the same time, when I meet somebody who I think is going to be a piece of shit like everybody else,
Yep.
and turn out to be a really interesting, amazing person who might even think the same way that I do, I'm really glad about that.
See, all right, so in all this doom and gloom like that, there are so many nuggets of like cool hopefulness and like positivity in this. I love that line because that's exactly how I feel about human beings in my life, where it's like, I don't really expect much from people anymore, you know what I mean? The older I get, it just is what it is, bro. I don't know, I've met more... I keep coming to the conclusion that people suck, right? Like, and that just is what it is, and like, that doesn't mean I necessarily hate people or anything, but I'm a lot more standoffish than I used to be, I guess. And when he says this, where it's like, but every once in a while, that means someone's going to come along and surprise you and be like, oh, you know, that person sees the world the same way I do. It makes it more special, you know what I mean? It's a cooler experience, you know, when you get those little glimpses of awareness in other people. And I always love that take by him here. It's so good. Yeah, and then we just get more shots of him walking around with Xasthur playing in the background. Some very cool stuff of... let's talk corpse paint.
The whole thing of wearing the corpse paint, it helps me remove the human factor. You know, it takes away the human factor of making the music, and just like, it's just a music that like it was formed by itself. Like, makes it a little bit more mysterious, mythical. Like, it is an image. It's an image for the record, and it's I think it's important. Like, done well, corpse paint is. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I know it's goofy, but there's something to it that adds atmosphere.
100%. So I kind of messed it up there. He goes, I know it's goofy, but I think there's something that adds atmosphere, and done right, it's really cool. I totally fucking agree. People like sleep on the corpse paint thing these days. They got too cool for it or whatever, but like, dude, it's part of the art. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the whole thing in black metal, and I love it, man. Like, I don't know, I loved putting some corpse paint on for that Sodom Soldier of Fortune album cover, you know? Like, there's something that, it's more of like the representation of the idea that there's a separation between the artist, you know, or the way I describe it, you know, the spirit of the thing that's making the music, that's moving through you, and you know? Like, I actually have, you know, kind of a trippy, esoteric way of viewing art these days, man. The older I get, the more I believe it, too. Like, I think the art is a result of openness to other things rather than yourself. Like, the idea that you can conjure, you know, spirit through sound and music just by being open. I find that that's how I make music. It's like a weird, trippy mentality that I have that I can't really explain it in words, but there is a separation, and that's why I kind of like understand what he's saying about the corpse paint here, how it does add something, you know, so. And look at it, dude. It's sick. People pretend it's not, dude. But that's just because they're too scared to do it or make, real black metal.
Used to have like long hair, wear the corpse paint.
Oh, and here's where Xasthur goes full
You
hipster.
can't do that anymore.
What I do is what it's all about, not what I look like.
And I also do agree with that what he does, he goes, what I do is what it's all about, not what I look like. And yeah, dude, like, I agree with that. This is sick, and I love this. I think this is when he played with Son O. Or Son O. Why I still call him that, even though I know they're just called Son. But regardless, he played with Son. He did a couple of tracks with them on that Black One album. But I think he played live with them a few times, and he came out. Dude, very sick. But I also do understand what he's saying, where he's like, well, the corpse paint isn't my sound. I'm a musician. Like, I also can see it from that angle as well. So I do appreciate that.
Just kind of started seeing.
Let's see, we're on the last part here. And this is where I have like a more of an appreciation for the dude who made this.
About 10 years.
Is this where you recorded like all the early demos and like 10 Sublevel of Suicide and all those records?
Yeah, I recorded everything up to Tentacles of Horror here.
So we kind of...
A long period of time, I got up, went and got coffee, work on music, go to work. This is when I worked in North Beach. Go to work all day, come home, work on music until I went to sleep. That's all I did, really.
See, how many people know that grind of just like... you become so obsessed with the music and stuff that you're making that you just can't do anything else. I have 100% gone through I'm lucky to say I've gone through periods of that in my life where it was like, go to school, come home, play music, make music. I was just so deep in it. So, I can very much relate.
I poured everything into that. It was the only release I had, All I wanted to do was make music. Like, I would leave work early sometimes.
There was like no social...
See, like, that's another thing. Even to this day, sometimes I will go to work late or something because I have to finish a song or something like that. I just don't care. You know what I mean? Because what's in the music is more than music, man. It's an essence. Like, you're tapping into something that I do think is beyond, and take it how you will, man. But I really believe that shit. And so he kind of talks about some dark stuff in his life here. And then the interviewer and him kind of go off camera. He's like, Jeff just wanted to talk to me in private about this stuff. So they get some shots of them, like, just going out and about in the park. And they, they're showing the area where this guy's at, and it's super cool looking. Let's see.
I would play drums, and somebody else would sing. It would be like a Leviathan cover band.
Oh, this is why I never play live. But I also very much appreciate that this documentary had enough tact to not try and exploit this guy's entire shit. And I think that there is some like claim that from the artist and even the dude who made it, I guess they were all kind of like, oh, fuck this, it feels exploitative. We went too deep on them, but I don't really think so, man. I think you got so many gold nuggets out of this documentary and good things to chew on. You know what I mean? Good little chunks of thought food. It doesn't feel exploitative at all to me. We end up with Homeboy here from...
I'm always connected.
Look at this. This is so sick, man. Hippy-dippy black metal, dude. How do you not think this is so sick? You know what I mean? Just awesome. See, is this not what black metal's all about? Fuck yeah, dude. So sick, man. Here we go.
I think with the disease extensively, repetitively. It was during the winter time.
Xasthur gets an acid flashback or something here, basically, and he gets up and goes away. But we'll end it here on a positive note. Here's one of my favorite parts in the documentary, and one of the notoriously fun parts.
Luckily, I was able to take that and make something out of it,
Again, taking bad shit in life and turning it into a positive through music. Just, I'm so about that, man. Look at this guy's setup, dude. So cool. So classic. I love this view into full digital shit too. You get to see how these guys kind of worked a bit. This is such a fucking valuable
Realizing
glimpse.
more and more that I like a lot of other things.
Ready? Here's the best part. We'll end on this note.
Oh gosh.
Rare appearance.
Like hearing music like that inspires me.
I love it. One more time.
Do
Xasthur
that,
sees his
or,
cat.
Kansas.
Look at how excited he gets.
Look who's here.
Oh gosh.
Is that not the most wholesome thing you've ever seen? In all this darkness, man. See,
Like hearing
something as simple as just hearing your cat meow, you know, like hits me to it's like I almost get emotional, man. Hits me in my gut, dude. This is such a great documentary, man. If you're a fan of metal, if you're a fan of music, I think this is a necessity for anybody, man. Black metal or not, you know, like it's just so good. Yeah, man. I think that's about it.
Not gonna get out of that space.
on one hand, I wonder if I ever really did make it out. Maybe
Yeah,
this
there are
is
some
more
really
one of the
cool
people
things that he says too at the end here. We'll leave it there. Awesome documentary, guys. If you haven't checked out the One Man Metal, Black Metal Noisy documentary, go check that out, man. It's as cool as a metal documentary can get. So thanks for hanging out and listening, guys. Buff Metal. Rock on.